Welcome back to Regular Guys Outdoors. I'm Chris. The other day when I did the review of the Mossberg 930 SPX, I shot a few rounds of slug, low recoil slug. So that got me to thinking we should try that out. So today I'm going to shoot some Fiocchi Field Dynamics, and I've got a Federal low recoil load as well. This one is the Federal Premium True Ball, which, just like I mentioned in the low recoil buckshot load, I am really sure it is the same as the law enforcement version, because the model number here, which is PB127 LRS, so Premium B127 low recoil slug, is this going to be the same load as the law enforcement B127 low recoil slug. Different box for different application or different marketing, but if you notice, the picture on those is the same for the slugs, so it's going to be the same. The specs are exactly the same: 1300 feet per second, 438 grains, which is 1 ounce. These are 7/8 ounce at 1300 feet per second, so theoretically these should recoil a little bit less. But what we're going to do today, we're going to start off at 50 yards and see what kind of a pattern we can get here at 50 yards. And then we'll see if moving it back, if it warrants moving it back. But here's what the rounds look like. They've got a very similar look, and the way this is built, you can see through it, and it looks similar in design as this, which is probably just like all the full caliber slugs, where you got a big pusher in the back, like the wad is in the back, and it's the same just like the picture on this box there. So they are similar design with a slight difference in how they just go about their function. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to go top left with the Fiocchi and top right with the Federal, and we'll clean the barrel between shot strings. So we're going to go 3 and 3. Well, based off what I see, I think we should push that back a little bit. And keep in mind that the sights are dialed for the Remington managed recoil buckshot at about 30 yards, more so than these slug rounds. So I think we're going to push this back a bit and just see. Those are 6-inch circles down there. So yeah. All right, we are pushed back to 75 yards. And we're going to shoot the Fiocchi up top and the Federal down low. Oh, we got a jam. Oh, this bag is covering the ejection port, and so yeah, it's actually not the gun's fault. Operator error. Let's go check out this target. I have a feeling that 75 yards might be a little bit too much for it. Keep in mind, this is a smooth bore, not a rifled bore. So it's not terribly unlike a musket. Though the slugs themselves are rifled, I do not believe that that will make up for the fact that this is not a rifle. This is a shotgun. So the federal group, for whatever reason, is really big. I thought I was in business when my first federal shot was right there, but it's there, 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 and here. That's very interesting. So I had a shot there, but if you see these, they're oval. That almost tells me that the that wad type thing that's stuck into the back of the slug is staying with it. That's got to be what that is. It did not detach like it did on this one, or like the Federals. Interesting. That's interesting. But that's got to be what that is. There's no way that's not something else. I mean, it's almost like it's two shots. So it's got to be that. All right, so let's look at these bad boys on the ground. And we've got a raven right here screaming at me. So let's look at these bad boys on the ground. So at 50 yards with the Fiocchi, I didn't notice this before, but it also has that oval that I noticed down there at 75. Oval there, and it looks like a part of one there, and I can't tell if maybe this was a start of one there, but that's not a bad group. The Federal at 50, it's about the same as what I shot the other day at 55. That's an 8-inch circle, that's a 6-inch circle, but the group, as you can see, about the same size. 75, this shot a bit tighter, but like it's got those ovals in it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The Federal, for whatever reason, opened up real big. I mean, that's real big. So in my current limited testing, it appears that 50 yards is really about as far as these things go and stay together tight enough to call a group. Although that Fiocchi, its 75-yard group is not any different than the 50-yard group. In fact, it might be a touch better. So maybe if you played around with them a little while, but those ovals on the Fiocchi have me concerned that they're just not flying right. Maybe they would pattern better if that chunk of wad or whatever you call it that's sitting behind the slug detached better than it does. But then the Federal opened up so much at 75, I don't know. You know, I got to plead ignorance. I don't know what the practical accuracy is of a smooth bore shotgun with a rifled slug. It's certainly not going to produce rifle-like accuracy, but I was hoping for something a bit better than like Civil War era muskets. So if you've had similar experiences or something completely different that's better or worse, let me know down in the comments below. But otherwise, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down there, and as always, thanks for watching.